There's one game that one person at this table was addicted to more than anything. It was Mr. Kevin Matthews. Kevin, you were... Now, I was addicted. Nick was addicted. Our friend Chris was addicted. But you fought the train after we left. You were on that. He was on that train. He was drinking the Kool-Aid
the well
after we were done.
I compare it to the well that like I hear that people fell into with WoW.
Yep.
That is what I because Destiny truly was like my first sort of
MMO type experience.
It's not an MMO.
But I know what you're saying.
But like the grind for gear and the grind for certain different things.
Yeah, really. Oh yeah, because you didn't play like I'm trying to think of like console likes and it's like
there was
Borderlands.
And that's not really even a grind. Borderlands isn't that bad.
You're grinding. The whole game, though, is grinding, getting weapons. I mean, we both played Borderlands 1. What else? You're not playing it for the story. The story's fun. Fun fact, where me, Kevin, and our friend Anthony were playing Borderlands 2, Kevin was audibly laughing out loud at the game. Because it is funny.
It is a fun game.
It's coming after this topic, but after Destiny 2. But yeah, Destiny, it held you for a very long time.
And I have complete faith. Well, I mean, I have faith in Bungie because it's Bungie. Look at what they've done, and they've had 3 years to look at a game that people loved, people hated. It was it was a very divisive game, but they've had 3 years to take.
I hate
what people hate about it, and I can't even.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Kevin, I don't want to say this,
You have your opinion.
My game's media following, it's not just one. I follow various outlets.
I know what you're going to say.
I know.
I know what you're going to say, and it doesn't matter if it is.
I know. And I'm not saying it does, but the game is not fully Destiny 2. And I think, let me speak let me speak. Let me speak, because this is the problem. Let's go look at some other games. What did Borderlands do 2 differently than 1? Not much. Improved on the same, right? What was Borderlands 1 big DLC?
I didn't play the DLC.
No idea.
Yeah.
Right? Gears of War 1 to Gears of War 2. What DLC? I don't know.
A few new weapons.
I don't know.
More frustrating online experience.
I'm just thinking of like, big leaps as the first sequel. Watch Dogs 2, none of us here played it. Watch Dogs 1, I don't remember any significant DLC. Destiny 2's battle was that Destiny 1's DLC marked a precedent that with each expansion, you were getting a new raid.
Yeah.
You were getting a new strike. You were going to get some new weapons, right?
Well, except for House of Wolves. We didn't get a raid for that.
We had a new raid with every game.
Which was a dark.
No, House of Wolves, we didn't get a raid.
You only got a raid.
Was that the first one?
No.
Listen,
It's the second one.
This is how Destiny went. Destiny launched in September.
Yeah.
You got Vault of Glass.
You got Vault of Glass a couple days after launch.
Crota's
or a week or two or something like that after launch. You got Crota's End in December. The Dark Below. You got House of Wolves in like March.
There was no raid for that.
And House of Wolves didn't release with a raid. So you were faced with throughout that summer.
There was only 3 raids.
Taken King came out in September.
Taken King was the raid.
And you got the raid in September. So you went from December to the following September without a raid.
Yeah, but all right, okay. So largely though, I mean, 3 out of 4 launched with raid. So you were expecting with DLC for the most part, because House of Wolves, I believe, was before they really got on track. Taken King, which everyone argues is when they implemented a true story. They got on track with what Destiny should be.
Taking King was a great step forward.
Yep, it brought them back, right?
It was.
So you were expected that, each DLC, you're going to get a raid, you're going to get a strike, you're going to get some new guns, you're going to get some new loot, right? Destiny 2 comes out. What did they do in the announcement trailer? I think they killed it. I'm going to pour 500 hours into this game.
Oh, yeah, we all are.
But what did they do? They fixed all the little third-party apps that we needed. So we were all using LFG to find people. Check. They put that in the game. We all use these item managers. It looks like they've gotten better. They haven't fully announced like a comparison tool. They announced...
Well, Bungie does currently access like that.
But they announced public events. They're going to be told when they're coming, so we don't have to use a third-party app for that. So they fixed all the tiny things. For a hardcore Destiny player, that's huge.
Yeah.
For a normal person, that doesn't mean anything.
They don't understand what it was before.
There is a pretty big hype around this game, regardless
Yeah,
He's saying those changes won't be appreciated by someone.
Yeah, they
that
won't be
didn't play
as
the
much.
first
Yeah,
one.
they won't be appreciated, but
They're gonna love the
But
game.
this is the
people
thing,
are
like,
still gonna get the
but
game.
Destiny 2, it brought us. It's bringing a story, right? That's what we all think that we care about.
I'm fine with
it's
the
a
raids.
it's a more cohesive story than what we were.
There was no story, basically.
Yeah, there was no story, and I'm fine with that. I don't even. I
don't-
enjoy Destiny
necessarily-
without a story.
Yeah, I don't. The gameplay is so good. I don't necessarily need a story.
Yeah.
I would love it, but what is it doing differently? Because
What-
we're going to get and I don't know if 2 raids is the fix because I don't know how that would logistically be implemented, but it's following the cadence of new DLC. Yes, we're getting a new subclass, but that's really the only difference besides a new raid. We're going to get a ton of new strikes, but you would hope so if they're launching technically Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So I really believe, and I hate because I didn't think it until I listened to different podcasts, but it's Destiny 1.5, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That doesn't
because I
make-
love
but
Destiny.
No, that doesn't make any Destiny. It doesn't make any sense. Destiny 1.5. What does it
Why?
what does it
Yeah.
mean?
Also, too, like what game has had such drastic changes from the first one?
Yeah. What
Like
does it
which sequels have been a standalone? Like you could play this game and not
But
have had any knowledge of the,
the
first
problem,
two, or first one.
the problem and the benefit is that I was comparing it to Borderlands. I was comparing it to Gears in terms of sequels. But Destiny is the first console MMO RPG shooter.
Mhm.
So there's not anything to compare it to
That's
in that
true.
fact. In terms of DLC and what the sequels produce, you have something to compare it to. But Destiny OG, Vanilla Destiny, which they call just like Vanilla
Yeah.
WoW, me and Kevin were in the fucking hell. It was awful.
Vanilla
What you had to
Destiny
do to
was rough,
grind
man.
was fucking horrible. There was
Yeah.
fucking spin. What I can't even think of
hey,
it.
Nick, remember how you could buy bundles of spin
Spine-
metal?
yeah, it was-
at the
yeah, that
tower?
wasn't available.
We had to go to Earth and try to drive around and
Yeah.
find those stupid little spin metal plants
Hey.
and farm them. It was awful.
I will note that I did do that grind anyway. I did the
No,
moon
Nick-
grind.
Nick grinded the hell out of the game when he first got it.
I
Yeah.
remember.
He
Yeah,
caught
like
up to us.
like every
Yeah.
other game.
He caught
Yeah.
up to us pretty quick.
It's not surprising for Nick. He's a special human being.
I love grinding. One of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy Tactics. The only way to beat that game without pulling your hair out is to literally spend 20 hours
But
grinding.
this is the thing. And it sucks. And I don't think it's fair. And I don't think my even argument has been fair this whole time. But if Destiny 2 would have came out and been like, this is our launch schedule, and they still have the opportunity to do it at E3, so they could save it for me because they're gonna talk about.
I'm pretty sure there have already been 2 expansions that have already been announced.
But this is the
But
thing.
they-
But now we have to pay for it. If they would have came out and been like, listen,
Well, we don't know
at,
that.
we don't.
Probably
It's
will.
fair.
But
Yeah.
But there's no reason they're not. At this point, they announced what you're getting. There's no reason anything else isn't going to be behind a paywall. If they would have said at launch we have raid number 1, and you know what? A month after that, raid 2 is going to launch.
That
Would
unrealistic, though.
yeah, but that would have made it Destiny 2 for me.
yeah,
Because
what
what
I
did
want them
Destiny
to
1?
do-
They launched with 1 raid. They could do raid 1 hard mode a little bit later, and then raid 2. But you know you're already going to get that.
No,
Yeah.
But what would be incredible is if we get a raid experience that is so ridiculously
yeah,
challenging
yeah.
that people don't
I
finish
like
it
where
for the
Kevin's
first-
going.
That they
But-
don't finish it for the first
And this
4 months.
and this is the problem where they said it.
I mean, it's unrealistic too. But
The problem with Destiny 1, the stats don't lie. It was their opening sentence in the conference is that 50% of Destiny players didn't play a raid.
Yeah. That's nuts.
What the
to
fuck
me.
did you do
Yeah,
then?
That is nuts to
Unless
me.
you loved PvP, what did you? And I'll never forget because
did
I
love
played
PvP.
I played my
good
first
PvP.
I played my first raid before Kevin, and I couldn't because me and Kevin used to party chat at our
It
colleges
was on
through
college
Skype.
networks. Yeah, it was awful.
I couldn't party chat, so I literally communicated with this great group of gentlemen by dancing. Broza, I need you to shoot this fucking oracle at this point and do this. Do you understand? Dance for yes. I would dance.
Easy.
And you know, that was so cool on a console when none of us are PC gamers, so we don't know anything about this. But now in Destiny 2, it's like 50% of players didn't play that in the first one. If Destiny 2 launches, Kevin, by the time you finish the story, should you be raid ready or do you need to grind again? Because I don't think you need to grind again. This is the thing.
No,
I
there needs to be-
I wanted them to do is you finish a story, you're raid 1 ready.
Nah.
Raid 1 is a little tease for raid. It's a raid. It's
The
like a
raid
vault of
should-
glass, but then there's raid 2. Where raid 2 is for the hardcore. You got to grind out. You got to grind raid
I don't
1,
agree
and
with
That's what I wanted.
The raid should always be an intimidating thing.
Yeah, but if
You shouldn't. You shouldn't
if
finish.
50
You shouldn't finish the story after however many hours and be like, okay, now I'll do this activity.
Yeah, but if 50% of your player base
It should be something
Didn't
you're
t-
thinking about and be like, all right, I need to
Exactly.
prepare for
Yes. I don't want it to be something that's hard because it's bullet spongy and you're dying because your armor isn't that good. I want it to be something that.
But that's what Destiny 1 was.
No, it
it
wasn't.
was there were a
mechanics
lot of
involved.
confusing mechanics that we had to
No,
discover.
but you couldn't play the one raid unless you had X amount of
Yes,
light
which-
level because you would get torched.
which was annoying.
Well,
that
there's
was
that.
kind of annoying.
but that's what you just said.
What do you mean? I said I want the thinking more. That's what I just said.
That's
All right,
the
but
thing
thinking
that
more. But you said so it's not a bullet sponge, but it's a bullet sponge if you're not level enough.
That's true, but I don't want that grind to have to be to that point.
No, but what I think
That
what he was
RNG.
saying, he doesn't want it to be like just like a strike experience where you're just shooting a ball.
Yeah.
There's no, and Destiny 2
Thank
has the
you.
capable to be Destiny 2 if they make a strike a mini raid, which the strikes in Destiny 1 were not.
They did. There's footage of the
Yeah, it sounds like a
raid
mini
looks kinda
raid.
cool.
It sounds very cool.
strikes need to be more like, I don't know. But yeah, no, I think
They need to. They just need to have raid. They need to have puzzle mechanics because
Yeah.
what was a strike in Destiny 1? Let's run to
Run
the
and
end, kill
gun,
every
kill-
shit.
yeah.
We can literally run past the enemies
Yep.
and get to the boss.
Yeah.
Kill the boss, loot.
Mhm.
I think it is.
There is room for activities like that in a game like that.
And they announced the different
something you could farm.
the worlds and stuff and all these little fixes. Like I was talking about, little fixes that you can.
That's not a little fix. Being able to explore a sci-fi
No. What I
universe-
was saying, the little fixes being that you don't have to go to the orbit
to go to the
everywhere.
tower,
Like
yeah.
that's like the hugest little fix that anyone who played Destiny 1 has no idea.
Mhm.
But I walked into Destiny. We could put the chat message up. I said this Destiny 2's reveal. It's theirs to just dominate. They have every piece in place to crush it. I still believe they can.
I believe the biggest thing for Destiny 2 that they need is if their exploration
Is actually a
feature on
world.
the planets, like if there's actually like dungeons and stuff you could
Yep.
find and side quests you could
It
find
needs to
on
be-
these different worlds.
It needs to be an MMO. Where in an
Yeah.
MMO, when we played World of
Yeah.
Warcraft, Kevin, because we never played the game before, we're walking that way. We don't know what the fuck that way is.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We have no idea.
Whereas like in Destiny 1, you drop onto Earth.
It's a big
Okay,
circle,
okay,
basically.
When you first start the game, you're walking around on Earth. You're like, oh wow, there's a lot here. You're finding little caves and stuff, but there's nothing. There's nothing in
It's a
there at
cave.
all.
They're just enemy spawns.
There's enemies spawning on this random ass planet. You know?
That's why I said, it's theirs to win. And at E3, they
I
have
think it's gonna be
they have the opportunity. They could, in my opinion, they could still make a Destiny 2. They just have to show me. I'm not saying that Destiny fully won't. Right now, it is, in my opinion.
We're all still getting it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not criticizing it. I'm still gonna pour like 500 hours in. I'm just saying it's more Destiny. I love the Destiny. They didn't talk about Trials. Trials was Game Battles Modern Warfare 2 all over again.
Yeah.
You have to win 9 matches if you didn't do bullshit in a row to get the ultimate prize.
Yeah.
That is such a fucking
It's awesome.
one of a kind idea.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
Where for people listening still, bless your soul if you're fucking listening to this, the night we first reached the lighthouse,
That was one of the fondest nights of my life.
Nick obviously was not in it.
Not the first time, sadly.
Chris was there, our friend Chris, and Brandon here, shotgunning limeritas. Worst hangover of my entire life. But do you remember when we first reached that lighthouse when we got that win?
It was amazing.
Have
That's
you-
the
you-
background
you
on
ne-
my Xbox is
Yeah.
us sitting at the lighthouse.
You didn't feel that in a console game before. I didn't feel that. Even we played 500 MW2 matches. It never built to this. That was like if us went on like a 9-game winning streak and then we won the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
we won. So they have something perfect there. They just need to do it right. And that's where we'll end Destiny 2.
I can dig it.
We're going to go back a little bit. Borderlands 3. Now, Kevin, as of recording, we've played about 3 hours of Borderlands 2, and that was your first Borderlands experience. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it's
Dumb fun, right?
Dumb fun.
It's not anything I'd get at this point, I haven't played enough of it. It's not something I get super excited about, but I know that there's a hardcore audience of that game that is waiting for the announcement.
But Kevin, this is the thing. I don't think I've ever heard you laugh in a game before.
Well, I mean,
that's a different aspect. What other games get you like that? I've never heard you laugh in a video game, really.
When we soar through the sky in Rocket League.
No, but like that's us. That's like us.
You know what gets me? You've never. I mean, weren't really on the GTA train with us.
Okay, yeah.
When we start a heist, and all of a sudden, like, you start the heist, and you're starting like a setup job or something for it, and everyone's cars are all set up outside of wherever you're setting this heist.
I get that. Okay.
So we're running out to the cars, and of course, for some reason, every time I end up getting into the car to drive to whatever setup it is with Nick. And he's already in the car. As soon as my ass hits the seat in the car, flooring it. He goes 100,000 miles an hour, honking his horn, which is like some weird musical number. I don't even know what it is. And he just starts launching his fucking car off his shit. By the time we get to wherever we gotta be, his car is like a shell of what it once was when we first got it.
And that's fucking awesome because that's what GTA is awesome for. But that's user created funny.
A lot of
Borderlands 2 is just you throw a little comment. It's so it is, but it's like stupid funny. So that's why Borderlands 3, like, Gearbox is coming off of Battleborn, which Brandon loved in the beta, and absolutely no one bought because they sent that game out to die against Overwatch.
Well, Battleborn was a missed opportunity because that game should have been free to play.
It could have done that. It could have launched literally.
I mean, I don't know if that was feasible for them at all, but if they should have did that.
If that game, honest to God, if that game launched like a year before Overwatch, it might have had a completely different.
Even if
because that would have been the first of its kind. But Overwatch was so hyped. So like 15 times more hyped against Battleborn.
You got that Blizzard.
That's it. Going. It was like you couldn't compete. They sent the game out to die. So if Gearbox comes back, they say Borderlands 3 is going to be more the dumb fun we've experienced. They don't really have to do so much. It could be a lot of fun for all of us.
Yeah, no. And plus, I mean, that hardcore Borderlands audience that I know exists.
There's
I'm excited.
One of the few games coming up next. We have. It hurts that you guys didn't play the first one. South Park, The Fractured But Whole.
Oh, yeah, my brother's
currently
playing Stick of Truth.
He is.
Yeah, he's been playing.
Currently, my most anticipated game of 2017. It beats Destiny because listen, you know what? I know what I'm getting with Destiny.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have fun with you guys. It's gonna be awesome. But South Park, I never laughed more in that game. You open that game, you pick your custom class. One of the custom classes is literally. It's called the Jew class. I was like, where in the world am I ever going to play an RPG where I'm a Jew class? So I played that. I couldn't even fully appreciate it because I haven't seen all of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Kevin, you appreciated their announcement trailer. It's like Marvel's superheroes, villains.
That show is set up perfectly to be in a
video game.
Form,
Yeah.
And the video game looks like a TV show.
It looks exactly
like it is. It nails it.
That's what I'm saying is the TV show is so translatable to a game 2D surface,
That might be the best licensed video game probably ever. I mean, I don't even know.
Was the first one a turn-based like
It was turn-based. So you have to appreciate that, but what they're saying about
that won't turn me away from it.
But I mean, you don't have too much. You haven't played much turn-based games in your past.
Pokemon. Little Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon, but I mean, fucking Final Fantasy Tactics, baby. I mean, you've played the other one, but we played different
the better
ones.
one. But Advance is fine.
Tactics Advance, he's played War of the Lions, Final Fantasy.
Tactics Advance is... I played OG Final Fantasy Tactics, which then was remastered for the PSP as War of the Lions, which introduced a very great class that I'm very happy with, the Dark Knight. That's besides the point. Tactics Advance is also a great game. If you can get past the stupid game makers, what are they? The judges? That crap. If you can get past that, great game.
But yeah, so it is turn-based, but apparently this new one is really expanded on like the combat. The first one is very basic. So I mean, by all means, it is a welcome turn-based game for anyone. Like my dad is literally addicted to the Walking Dead mobile game.
Oh, really?
And I looked at it the one day while he was playing it. He plays it literally every day. His fucking fiance yells at him all the time. It's a turn-based strategy game. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
But it's The Walking Dead, so he plays it. I'm like,
Exactly.
Dad. I was like, Dad, you're playing a turn-based like action game. He's like, this is The Walking Dead.
Those
Like,
games run rampant on
Yeah.
mobile.
make so much money. So there's that. We touched a little bit. There's Spider-Man on the PS4.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
2000.
I mean,
Dude,
if they were
23.
smart, there's a
Now-
huge ass movie coming out in a month.
Kevin, this is the thing now. Now you're a little spoiled where there's a PS4 in your household, right? So technically, you can probably get away with buying the game and just
playing it when
playing
you
it.
can.
This is honestly a game. If done and shown me enough, I would buy a PS4 for. If I could be, because I remember watching like Spider-Man 1 and 2 on DVD like repeatedly over and over and over again. Where if they're able to like nail what Spider-Man is, and this game might not come out for like 2 years, it might come out this year.
Do you remember the
but
Spider-Man game that came out on, I think it was PS2 or something that was open world?
Spider-Man 2 on PS2, I never played it, but it is regarded as the best Spider-Man
Yeah, I
game
remember
ever
playing
because
it.
it was
It's
open
crazy.
world and you could swing around the
It
city,
was
and
freaking
people
nuts.
fucking love that shit.
I can only imagine playing that game at 1080p in a even bigger.
Yep. Let's see. We got.
I mean, just look at the map size capability now.
As long as they give you stuff to do,
Yeah.
in coherent story.
I mean,
Whatever.
even Breath of the Wild, like, I ventured out into the snow mountains and got slaughtered immediately. And I was like, this is great. I had no complaints.
Talk about Breath of the Wild for a second. I got my ass kicked in that game
Enemies
for
were
a very
tough.
long time. How? Now we could talk about it because you beat
We
it.
can, but let's talk about it another time.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
We got a few random games in here just to close out this Foreplay podcast episode.
Hello
Let's
Kitty
throw it.
Island Adventures.
No. We got some. Does anyone care about sports games here anymore? Because there's a bunch here, but I'm not gonna.
Or like
mean,
Madden 2K.
Madden, NBA 2K. Listen,
Last year was the first year I didn't buy a Madden.
the last year was the first year. Wow, I give you props because literally I haven't bought a Madden game day one in forever, and I used to be that guy.
Yeah, we all
were.
did. I used to go to GameStop,
But they're
and
not
post up.
fun anymore for me. They're too real. They are not arcadey
They got
anymore.
rid of the arcade feature. I mean, what really I don't need a truly like crazy realistic experience.
No.
I mean I watch actual football.
We all do
for that.
religiously. Like we have that. We want to have fun. We don't need.
As much as I hate to say it, because I hated it when it would happen to me, I miss like Nick or somebody hitting me with the swerve instead of actually using.
Wasn't it the worst?
Instead of actually using the juke feature in the game, just cutting your player across the field would.
It's this is the thing. Every year they get better with the graphics as graphics evolve, but they focus so much each year. I feel like on presentation, and I literally because I have EA access, which I pay for, so I have Madden NFL 17.
Yeah.
So I played it the one day, and it was like literally after every play there was like a presentation break. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not here to watch a fucking football game.
Yeah.
I'm here to play. Let me
Yeah.
fucking play the game. I couldn't do it. I was done. So I guess none of us really. Mike, to speak for him, he plays FIFA, but he doesn't. I don't think he buys any of the games. He's actually a big Madden guy, which surprised me because I feel like he's the least football
Yeah.
guy out of at least us three. But I know he loves Madden.
I'm shocked I never fell into that ultimate team well that people seem to.
That's a
fall into.
dangerous well.
I didn't fall into that
Yeah.
either. And I remember
that's a
Madden
huge thing.
2006 with Donovan McNabb on the cover, I believe.
Yes,
Dude,
think
I
it was
literally
2006.
came home from school every day and did a fantasy draft. I was addicted to fucking fantasy drafts in that game.
No, I
Offline
loved-
franchises.
I loved doing the offline.
2003 started it all. You could set ticket prices and stuff in 2003.
I remember
it was
that.
crazy.
Oh my god.
It's the best.
But listen, the teaser that they did reveal, there's a story mode. There's like a story mode,
I don't know.
and they're starting to put that in all the games. Look, listen, honest to God, I remember.
I hope it's good.
Honest to God, I watched it. I was like, this could be the year. They got to show
Yeah, I
me
mean,
more.
I mean, I'm not interested in that now, but I mean, if it's good,
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I mean, sign me up.
You know what could pull me back into Madden that they haven't had in a few years? That the same thing 2K has, like that my player mode.
Oh yeah.
Let me make a
Yep.
player. Let me make a player. Let me start him out in like the last year of college.
Do you know how much money that my player mode reels in
Oh my
based on that
God.
virtual currency that's in NBA 2K.
It's ridiculous.
Because you can literally purchase the currency to upgrade your player and make him a god, so you don't have to actually grind to make him good.
And you can use them online.
Yeah,
Which is broken.
It's all backwards.
it's such a moneymaker. I'm shocked that Madden hasn't.
They'll get on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be this year, but they'll get back on that train.
So we're gonna talk about a
Maybe.
few random games next. The Assassin's Creed franchise. They're
coming back.
They took the first every year off. They've literally had a game every year since
they needed to do
2007. Yeah.
They needed to do that.
I played one, hated it. My brother loved it because
It
at
was
the
a good
time he
game.
played games. I think, Nick, you're the only assassin. I think Mike has played them, but you played a few of them,
I
right?
played
liked
4 or
three.
5 of them.
Oh,
yeah.
you played?
Three was
them
good.
too?
I played 3. 3 was fun because of the time period.
I heard 2 was the last amazing one.
2 was my favorite.
And then I hear
2
a
was
lot
my
of people
favorite.
like Black Flag, which my
Black
goal this
Flag was
summer is to
also
play
great.
Black Flag
Flag
because
was
I
pretty
want to
interesting.
be the pirate guy now because
Yeah.
of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, you should play.
Yeah, you know what? Black Flag is a very, like, you hop in, it's very relaxing.
So in
You just
addition,
feel at peace.
so Nick is the number one Ubisoft hater for no real reasons besides online.
Their online
but
play.
But the thing is, you can't back that up because you never buy the games. You just
But
just
I
hate
I
them.
know it's going to be that.
Yeah, but
and
you just
Division
hate
was
them.
bad.
The Division was bad. Not,
Wildlands was
me
bad.
and Kevin talked about this. Division was not bad because of online. It was bad because the game just.
Yes, but its online was
It
also
wasn't-
bad at launch.
It wasn't what we
They-
wanted to be.
They improved it, but their big ticket like selling item was like building like at the release. It was like, oh, okay, everyone start getting geared because incursions are coming out. Incursions. This.
Mhm.
The incursion comes out, and it's literally just like running like a mission on challenge. It was nothing.
But Kevin, that's
Yeah.
I gotta look it up now because that's not even what did it for me. They had the coolest fucking announcement trailer ever. They said the story of this game is gonna be open world New York City in the wintertime.
Perfect.
The reason it's post-apocalyptic is because some madman put a fucking virus on the money during Black Friday and infected the world. I was like, that is so fucking cool. Give me that game. And the gameplay fucking sucked. It sucked so bad. That was
It's pretty
easily
clunky.
my most disappointed game of that year.
Yeah, it's
It was announced at E3 2013, so before the Xbox One. So we knew it was coming to next gen console. So if it announced 2013, I think it came out in 2014 or 15.
What?
It was announced in 2013,
Came
June.
Out,
So it should be here. Just give me a second.
came out in 2016.
Yeah, it couldn't have come out in
Yeah, no,
2014.
it came out 2016. Jesus,
March of 2016.
last year. Oh my god, easily the most disappointing game. I'm not a Ubisoft guy either. The game we're gonna talk about next is Far Cry 5. That game got
is
announced.
getting a lot of criticism.
Got announced. Do you know about the criticism yet, Nick?
Not because its name, right? It has to
No.
do.
Far Cry 5 was announced. They put a teaser trailer out that it was rumored for a while it was gonna be in Montana, United States, which was different, which pulled me in because I was like, this is gonna be a grounded ass game. I played a little bit of Far Cry 3.
My brother loves Far Cry 3.
Far Cry is the big thing with that is like, you get these random exotic animals, you use them, you skin them, you do this, and I was like, how the fuck are they gonna ground this game, right? So then the reveal trailer
Finding
comes
some
out.
raccoons,
Yeah.
skinning them up, wearing them as hats.
That's literally what's going on.
Yeah,
That's
and Far
amazing.
Cry, yeah, it's cool. It really is cool. The other games have been cool, no problem at all. But this new one,
If anyone gets offended
yeah, fuck.
by
So-
Far Cry, I mean, come on.
Far Cry 4 got shit because the cover had a bleach hair blonde white man who was ruling the Himalayas, and they said it was white supremacy and all this nonsense. But Far Cry 5 comes out, and the story is, it's this religious cult group that has taken over Montana. It's basically like the KKK in modern America, where
Yeah.
the KKK somehow, which does make sense to me, they have like their own compounds and shit in America. So over time in Montana, this religious cult has gained enough ground where they basically have like their own state.
Okay.
So you're in their state and you're like, you're fighting to take them down. And I was like, fuck, dude, like I'm all in. That's so cool. Like it's in our backyard. It's in America.
Red Dawn type
Yeah.
thing going on.
And then they're like, you can tame bears and tigers to fight for you. And I'm like, that
Arc.
That doesn't add up. Like, how am I taking down a religious cult in my back door, but a bear is fighting for me and shit? Like, it really ruined it there for me. So Far Cry 5 came as a very anticipated game and very not. But Far Cry 5 is coming out in February.
I still haven't played any of those, but I just
it got delayed, so it's out of the fall, which is nice. But that really leads it into its competitor, which was Red Dead Redemption 2, which none of us played Red Dead Redemption 1. No, it got delayed.
Yeah, no, it's
okay. I thought you said this fall. It got delayed, so who knows when the fuck that's gonna come out.
The first one's in my queue. I got it backwards compat on my Xbox One.
Yes, me and Kevin
sitting there.
Me and Kevin's summer goal. We talked about this before. Play that first one because people fucking love it.
And I should be, just based on the premise, all over this game.
Yeah, it is definitely a Kevin game.
All over it.
But, it's Rockstar and GTA 5. The thing, though, is I don't know how it could beat GTA 5, and people are putting it like next to it because GTA is such a known quantity.
Yeah.
You're going to go into this open world and you could do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. But Red Dead, it's like you're in a Western.
Now that GTA follows it up with a coherent, like, comical story
too.
As well.
Yeah. But still, it's just so, like, you've known about GTA since you were like 4. Like, GTA. I remember GTA was the one game my parents didn't want me to play.
Yeah.
The first time I ever saw GTA was GTA 3. And I saw it was one of my next door neighbors had it.
Exactly. That's how everyone had it. Someone's neighbor had it.
He had it on PS2. And as soon as I saw him play as the character, he was standing in front of a car and he gave the car the finger. I was like, in my head, I was like, I should not be watching this. My mom would freak out.
Exactly. My mom let me get San Andreas. My dad was strictly against it. It was one of those games where we've been ingrained with this forever. And everyone knows Grand Theft Auto because it's polarizing.
It is polarizing.
They don't know Red Dead Redemption, so I can't wait for that game to come out because I just want to see if it's going to put anywhere close to numbers. I mean, I'm in, and I'm in off a screenshot like you were talking about.
I got
earlier.
hyped just off the screenshot.
I never played a game from
did.
Red Dead, but it's Rockstar, so
it's quality.
They literally are Rockstars. There's rumors.
So
I ignored
it. Was it's true,
honestly.
Kevin, this one's more for you. Very, very loosely, though. Cyberpunk 2077. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's the next game from the people who did
CD Projekt Red.
Oh, okay.
So this game is more up our alleys because Witcher 3, medieval.
Dude, that reminds me, Witcher Game of the Year edition right now is like $25 on PC.
I listen, I looked at it on Xbox PC. I said, I can't, I got too much backlog. The backlog's too big.
But The Witcher is the one game that I think that I would get a better experience out of it on PC. Just
performance based. It would be worth it at this point.
It's such a giant world,
But listen, like, so what is The Witcher 3? The Witcher 3, I've never played it, but to my knowledge,
one of the best games.
One of the best games of all time.
Phenomenal game.
But it is one of the biggest, most dense RPGs ever made, where there's literally hundreds of side quests. So if you take that and you put it into something more my formula, which I'm okay with, like old, like medieval type games, but if you put it into a sci-fi setting, which is more my alley, dude.
Is that what they're saying this game is?
Cyberpunk 2070 is supposed to be, 2077, so it's more in the future.
It's futuristic, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a sci-fi, it's supposed to be their sci-fi Witcher, so dude, put me all in. I mean, technically this game was announced 2 years ago, so we're about that time where Witcher 3 has been dead now. The last DLC came out. No, it came out.
Dead.
It came out. No, it came out early last year, but you're almost getting to that point where we talked about the Fallout 4 structure, which I'd rather a game be announced and come out that year.
Yeah.
But most companies can't do that because of stocks and everything, where this might be the year it gets announced. So
we'll see.
Yeah, not everyone can be Rockstar and still have their game 4 years later cost full price.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? Just like
Absolutely
Nintendo,
nuts.
but Nintendo just does it because they're fucking annoying.
Exactly. That's the only
GTA 5
reason.
might have dropped in price like once over the last.
It's been on sale.
I bought the game twice and I've never played more than 10 hours of the story.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, that's your own fault.
Yeah, but why? I still bought it. Few stragglers here at the end of this episode. Nick, we'll go back to Switch for a second.
Oh no.
keeping with Ubisoft, where Ubisoft is the worst company in terms of leaks. Every single game they have gets leaked. So this game is still unconfirmed, but do you know what I'm talking about with the Switch?
No.
Because you don't pay attention, and it's not.
I don't care about Ubisoft too much.
No, but in the games media, this was leaked like months and months ago, where Mario and the Rabbids, you know,
Yes,
the Raving Rabbids nonsense.
I'm already annoyed.
They have a team up.
Already annoyed.
But listen, the only reason I'm in is because it's an RPG. But if you looked at any of the key art for it, you have like this fucking rabbit in like a Luigi costume with a gun in their hand and like all their shit. So the cool thing, Nick, as a Ubisoft hater, is that there's a third party that's supporting the Switch with like a first, like a second. It's technically a second party game, so it's like they're putting all their like Rabbids is a big franchise. They're putting it into the Switch.
Yeah.
So hopefully that leads to more games because I'm fine with that. But
with that consequence, I can accept it.
Everything is pointing to this game coming out this fall. So we're gonna have a Mario with guns and Rabbids coming out. But if it's a Mario RPG, I'm in. Let's see. I like RPGs. I'm fine with Mario.
We'll
see.
New customers.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The fucking dumb kids with fucking rabbits. We have that. We have Middle Earth Shadow of War.
That got delayed.
Yep. But only a month. It was September to October. Apparently, that's a phenomenal game, which by all means, what I've heard about it, we should all like, but none of us have played it. I know that.
I've been very, very close to purchasing it and playing it
multiple times. Yeah, me too.
Here's my trife, is that I've been holding out.
On watching the movies? Is that what you're going to say?
I've been holding out on watching these seminal films that people swear by because I've wanted to actually read the series before I watch.
Have you ever seen the movies, Nick?
I've seen the first one, and I've seen The Hobbit, which I know isn't the same. But
they're so fucking good.
They just walk.
You could say, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
listen, we all love Clerks too.
Yeah, we all love Clerks too.
But no, it's good. Apparently, by all means, I should love the first one. I just never played it. And the sad part is, this one sounds like it does everything but better. I don't think, especially now that it's October, we're gonna be in Destiny mode. I'm not buying this game, man. And what's coming after Destiny? Call of Duty World War II, Battlefront 2, and all the other unannounced games.
At this point,
we're so spoiled.
I'm not buying Battlefront 2.
I am, because of the campaign. Unfortunately, I wish
that'll change as hype builds for episode 8. So I'll buy it.
I pulled together like my purchases for the E3 fall in terms of games, and it's like $360.
Yeah, you need to wake up.
We have Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, Call of Duty World War 2, Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2.
Yeah.
See how flawed is our thinking that like you feel the need to buy all those when they release, when the realistic way for you to consume all that
is buy one, play it.
Get one, play it.
This and listen,
if it doesn't float your boat, then you get the next.
And this is definitely,
instead of just overwhelming yourself with all.
Yeah, this is almost another topic, but I love Xbox. There's not a true reason why I should love the PS3 more because of the exclusives and the stories, because that's now more what I'm into. But I feel the need, especially with artists, and I download illegal shit all the time. Fun fact, illegal FBI take me out. But I feel the need to support these people. I've bought Gone Home now like 3 times because I fucking love that game. And I know each time I legally buy this game, I'm going to support it.
Yeah.
I bought Titanfall 2 day one. I've played fucking like 4 hours Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is some of the best gameplay I've ever played in a game. That game was sent out to die last year. But I knew this game was probably not going to get a third one.
They didn't,
and that sucks. But the game is perfect. I'm going to support it, so I bought the game.
It wasn't like, I feel like it wasn't marketed good enough.
Because they put it next to all their other games. Battlefield 1 came out like a week before, and Call of Duty came out the week after. It was like, what the fuck?
When did Titanfall 2 release?
It was the week after Battlefield 1.
They needed another March release like the first one.
Which would have been perfect.
I don't know why more people don't release their games in March when there's no other games coming
better releasing.
out.
Yeah.
Well,
The one game that did that so perfectly, and it was a million years ago now, is Dying Light.
Dying Light, but see, Dying Light kind of spoiled it because now this current Q1, which is this year till about April, they're saying is easily, and I believe it is, might have been the best Q1 ever.
Yeah,
we got Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
We got Horizon Zero Dawn, which looks like the coolest game ever from Xbox owners. Had PlayStation 4 had Persona 5, which is huge in Japan.
Yeah, absolutely
huge, and it got really big here. They had Nier Automata, an anime style game, but got very good reviews on PlayStation 4. They had Neo, which on PS4 again, like Dark Souls like game. All of these games came out in Q1, and it's like Mass Effect Andromeda, which I played like 80 hours, came out in Q1. We won't talk about any more of that. I'm gonna have my own opinion elsewhere, but still, like all these games came. Resident Evil 7 opened up the year, January.
Oh yeah.
I loved Resident Evil 7, and I wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. That's what we already got this year. Now we have all this other shit coming out.
And we'll see, we only can see at E3 what even
That's what I'm saying.
Surprises
So
there
to
are.
close out this very, very long foreplay podcast, that's that fun fact. If you've understood by this point, we're breaking up the segments into a full podcast. So how we break it up is going to be how the editor determines. So the rough idea is Nintendo Switch, Xbox Scorpio, and then third party as the Thursday topic, because we do what we want here. But the last thing I want to say is just what unannounced, unexpected games do we want to see? Is there any that come to mind?
If they hit us, if Bethesda drops, we're putting Fallout 3 on the Switch as well.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm out.
All right. Listen, I want your eye in the sky prediction, and then I want like a realistic thing that you want to see.
Yeah.
Because obviously Fallout 3 on the Switch. Listen,
if Skyrim can make it, why can Fallout 3 not?
Honest to God, if Skyrim would have had a release date by now, I would have believed that a little bit more. But they announced it. When was the reveal event? Now March.
Yeah.
No, it came out in March. I think it was February. Or no, it was March. It was the reveal was March, but we haven't heard a single thing, and that got teased a very long time ago.
True, yeah, it's probably the press conference is probably going to be about Skyrim for Switch.
Hopefully,
part of it at least.
If it even comes out at this point, because honestly, that's the tough part.
If they I'm saying, what would blow me away is if they throw in Fallout 2.
That's two different.
It won't happen.
No.
But I'm saying that would blow me away.
What if they because Fallout 2 is like a 2D.
Oh no, I wouldn't want Fallout 2 on the Switch.
But what if they took Fallout 2 and they just blew it up into?
All right, all right. Now you've got me.
Did you ever touch Fallout 2?
I did. I played Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, and it just didn't wrap me the same way that New Vegas and 3 did.
That's why.
And 4.
Tom Howard, the creative director, Todd Howard.
Get his name right.
Sorry.
He is a demigod.
He turned Fallout 3 into what Fallout is now. Yeah. He took Fallout 2 because it's in this garage, and me and our friend Brand have played it, and it's for that audience, but not for the audience that we started
Fallout
with.
3. Yeah.
Well, no, not appreciate, but we started with Fallout 3. That's technically that's not Fallout, but it is what Fallout is now. So
Fallout is to me.
So that's your wild sky. I mean, is there anything you're else expecting to see?
I guess. No, I don't want to say I'm expecting to see, but if Scorpio turns out to be more
than what
I'm thinking it is now,
do you even have an idea of what that is, or they need to show?
I'm just thinking it's going to be able to run 4K. Now after that video,
yeah, but I really don't know what else they can. That's the thing is I don't know what else they could say besides your normal games are going to run 10 times better. But the games are going to run for
you can throw
loading
out any number.
screens.
Yeah,
show me rate. That. Okay,
show me that. Show me side by side,
because
a bunch of different games.
This is the thing with that. To touch one more time is if the price point is right. If your Xbox One, because if we all do still have launch day Xbox One somehow. Well, no, Nick doesn't. He got it a little later. Me and Kevin do.
A few months later.
But we're at the point where
although there's no recognition that I actually got it.
Yeah, Kevin, this is the best. I got the Xbox One Day One achievement. Kevin did not even know he got an Xbox One Day
That's
one.
absolutely unfair.
It's such. I would never live with if I was
You
Kevin
had a
because
controller that was engraved day 1, 2013.
although
nothing.
I bought the Best Buy fucking insurance policy because they roped it into me when I spent $1,000 on this Xbox One, and of course that was the controller that the stick broke, so I sent it in to get fixed. So they didn't send me a day one back. So controller's got. I have the achievement though, so it's there. But still though, it's like if the price point is right, if Kevin's Xbox One breaks tomorrow, which Kevin's Xbox is on the way out. There's no way.
I put that neighbor to work.
There's no way that I feel like it would be hard for you if the price point is right for you to justify an Xbox One S versus a Scorpio. So they're targeting that audience because the Xbox One now released 4 years ago.
Something.
It's not
crazy.
that
So that's what I'm
long
saying.
ago.
So if the price, yeah, but still, if the price point is right, the Xbox One S is fucking sexy. Brand has it. I think it's small. If they cut the price with a Scorpio. I mean, I don't see it upscales to 4K, so whatever. But
it's. I mean that's more so for viewing purposes, right? The 4K. It's not really.
No.
It has an HDR display for games, but it's not 4K.
no, it's not 4K like native 4K. It's upscaled 4K. So Nick, I guess you're.
If Scorpio can wow me into getting it, that would be something that I think is realistic. That could happen.
My.
No one
Kevin,
asked
you're
you.
next. I'm next. I'm just gonna run this shit. My God, the most anticipated game above South Park, the Stick of Truth, is about a year ago now. Capcom in Japan, they announced that Resident Evil 2 was gonna be remade. Now, Resident Evil 2 is maybe my most favorite game of all time, even though I've done my list already. I'm working on the story. It's Mass Effect 2, but that's a different story for another day. Resident Evil 2 is seminal in my development. And if I hear anything out of E3 this year about Resident Evil 2, I need a screenshot. That's the problem with the games industry is it's all relative. It's all like we're talking about the Red Dead screenshots. If you're a hardcore Red Dead fan, that screenshot was your fucking world.
Yeah.
I am in the complete 1% because no one cares about Resident Evil, really. If they released a screenshot for Resident Evil 2, my dick's fucking hard. Like, it's over for me. Like, that's all I need.
And people would be curious. Even if they didn't know what it was,
I would
like,
hope so.
I want to find out what this is.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my pie in the sky. My realistic releases, I need a new Xbox One exclusive or Xbox exclusive that people care about. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. We literally ruined Tomb Raider. We did.
What do you mean?
Rise of the Tomb. We ruined the franchise.
Why?
We bought exclusive rights for a year, so no one bought the game because we were the least popular console. And now
that game is awesome. Rise of the Tomb Raider was awesome.
No, I'm not saying it's not awesome, but the company suffered because it was released on our console for a year first, and then it got the PS4, and most people didn't buy it.
I don't care.
Which
That
sucks.
game was- I experienced it. I don't care. That was awesome.
And
Rise of
Kevin,
the Tomb Raider
all
was
right, so
good.
now we're gonna go even longer, and this might be our longest podcast on literally
Oh my
the first topic. But the other thing we didn't get to is the Rise of the Tomb Raider developer. I believe it was
Square Enix.
Screen Enix Montreal, but Screen Enix
Enix.
yeah, but it's the subs
I don't know.
developer. They're not working on the new one, which was leaked off of someone taking a screenshot of a PowerPoint on a guy's subway in Canada. A guy had a laptop open, and a guy took a picture of the guy's screen, and it was Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which they speculate to be the next game, but it wasn't made by the same developer. The developer on Rise of the Tomb Raider is now working on what we didn't touch on. It was the Marvel deals that they're working.
That's pretty hype.
Yeah, which is the people who created Rise of the Tomb Raider are now creating an Avengers game.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Kevin
now
Sorbo.
we're gonna be back in for another 20 minutes
The
because
only
this.
thing is, with that, I mean, there's only so much of that because there's a movie coming out every 3 months. There's only so much of that shit.
Yeah, but Kevin,
I don't wanna play a game?
Okay, well, what Marvel game have you played that was cool? Was good?
Spider-Man on PS2.
Exactly.
Open world.
10 years ago. So we want it. We haven't gotten it.
We're due. Yeah, we're due
You
for
do.
a good comic game.
But
Good Marvel game.
Marvel, because DC has.
Yeah.
Kevin loves the
Injustice 2. I've heard is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we all want to play Injustice 2.
Injustice, the Arkham series. I mean,
You're right.
Marvel
DC's
has
got that.
nothing. Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale is apparently not doing super well.
There's a Deadpool game. It's pretty good.
I hear mixed things, but then that came out like 5 years ago, so it doesn't.
And then it was remastered with extra money because of the hype.
Yeah, because of the movie.
Yep.
There you go, Nick. But so we have that. There's the.
By the way, I have all the faith in the world that Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yes, absolutely.
Are gonna fucking kill it, dude. They fucking.
How amazing was the first one though? Back then,
I couldn't believe
that was one of the first big story. That was one of the big first story games for you, right? Like not story, but
that came out of nowhere for me because I was never a Tomb Raider fan.
Neither was I.
But like for some reason that year I saw that and I was like, holy shit, that actually looks like. I don't know if I watched a trailer or what I did.
The trailer.
Honestly I don't really remember. All I remember is like going to Best Buy one day with a bunch of buddies because it was my freshman year at college. Going to Best Buy with a bunch of my buddies, going there, and all of a sudden I'm looking. I'm like, I've heard a little bit about this. This looks pretty cool, and I bought it. It came with a little comic and everything.
That's right. I have that.
But I ended up selling that back.
Oh. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
After I beat it, I ended up selling that back.
There you go.
What is it?
Above Madden 96 on the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
Dude, this game was This game was fucking phenomenal. The gameplay, the gunplay in it was fucking awesome. It came with this little comic, the beginning.
Just pulls you.
I didn't read it, but it came with it.
So Rise of the Tomb Raider took that and just turned it.
Yeah, I gotta beat that this summer too.
You never beat that?
I didn't beat it.
I
loved it. I loved it too. You know, it just bad timing.
Was that a free game?
No.
No point.
The definitive edition, I think, was maybe.
Oh,
but Xbox ruined it. They bought the year exclusive, and then it came to PlayStation the next year, and it fucked up the sales. But you know, they're making an Avengers game. We have Square Enix, Eidos Montreal. Who's the people who made Deus Ex? They're making,
which hasn't interest me, but I mean people.
No, people love it, but no one bought it. It's got good reviews, but they're making an unannounced Marvel game. And then the last thing I want to touch on before we close out the show. Now, when this posts, this is probably going to be Thursday now, but the previous Saturday I will be in Florida with my best friends. And
wow.
Fuck you guys.
Wow.
Well, actually, fuck Nick. I'll miss Kevin. But I'll see Kevin. I'll see Kevin maybe that Sunday. So Saturday is the EA's press conference. Now,
do you have to pay for the season pass to watch it?
Shut up. That's a good joke. But I'm gonna be gone, so I'm probably gonna watch that in the middle of the night when everyone's asleep. The big thing here, Kevin, is it's been teased now for 3 years. We have Amy Hennigs, the writer of the original Uncharted trilogy.
Oh my god!
And third person, semi-open world Star Wars game, man. This is it. I don't
need to be a fucking Jedi. Let me be just like a random ass smuggler or something.
In the world,
just in the universe. Just be in the universe.
I'll tell you what. This is my realistic game because this is the time EA fucked up with Andromeda. I loved Andromeda, but the world hates it. And this is their time to get some good credibility back. And there's no better credibility than Star Wars because everyone fucking universally loves Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
And they've been teasing it for 3 years now almost. So this is the year where they blow it up and they talk all about it. And my God, dude, the screenshot this is theirs to lose.
That one screenshot too, right, of the dude just walking out.
But it's in the sand Moss Eisley type world, and it looks so good. But just the next gen,
it's literally been one shot for like 3 years.
That's all you need, though.
Yeah, but Kevin, you haven't played KOTOR or KOTOR 2 on the original Xbox. Those games were that, but fucking 20 years ago. So the graphics are shit. So if they could put that in modern day graphics, that's it.
It's over.
Yeah.
That is it. And that is it on the Four Plate Podcast, the one of a kind, first of its kind, episode 30, actually. I believe.
30?
Yeah, I think this is 30.
Hey,
30, the one topic.
3 decades.
Yeah, 3 decades.
Content.
The one topic, be all topics that Brandon, the editor, is going to figure out how to cut this into 3 segments before the full episode goes live on Friday at youtube.com/4playvideo. If you're the 1 or 2 viewers that got this far, because you listen to all this nerd talk, or you stumbled across because you're into E3 and you want to hear a random perspective about all the announcements, because I'm into that. I want to see what people are talking about E3.
By the way, the only thing I want out of this conference is for a AAA studio. AAA, right?
To be
I need a
small
AAA
talk.
I
Yep.
need a AAA studio to announce a battle royale game.
Yes,
We all do.
yes. Thank
Nick,
you.
No,
Please.
Nick more than anybody.
Please give me that.
For Nick's soul, we need H1 or Battlegrounds, any sort,
Enough of this early access.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't give me that
Release the
EA
game.
crap.
made by
Give me
Call
a
of Duty
game.
gunplay developers
Oh.
playing it.
If you give me a Call of Duty Battle Royale experience, I'm never leaving my
This
home
has literally
again.
been our longest podcast ever with 3 people, and this conversation will literally take us another 45 minutes.
We won't go into it.
So,
But give me that. Give me
if you're
that
still
Battle
here,
Royale.
please go into in the description of this video, like all of our social media pages. Follow all of us. We'll be back next week with the 4Play podcast. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Hopefully all your E3 dreams came true at this point, because they will all be announced and Brandon will be fucking orgasmic and be back to talk about his happiness on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/4playvideo.
If you like what we're doing, make sure to smash that like button.
Be sure to share all our videos with your friends so we could continue to grow. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.